Welcome to my St. Maarten, sweet St. Maarten land, a land of gastronomical delight, a culture filled with passion and rhythm and color and texture. This is St. Maarten, my sweet St. Maarten. Welcome to the friendly island, sweet St. Maarten land. Sweet St. Maarten land, your home away from home. Your memories created here are timeless. Until we meet again, my island awaits you with open arms.
Good morning. How is everybody? I hope you're well. We are here with a wonderful partner in St. Maarten, Renegades. I'm excited about this today because so much of St. Maarten is, so much is missed if you don't get out onto the water. It's a unique island. It's got an incredible culinary scene. It's got thrilling adventure, so much to do on land, a beautiful variety of cross-cultural exchanges and wonderful accommodations. But the water scene is really where it's at. So, we're blessed to be, surrounded by amazing seas, and then also brilliant islands that can be visited with a day sail or even an overnight charter. So we're excited to have one of the owners of Renegades on today with us, who's going to take us through a beautiful journey and how this all started, what you do when you think about chartering a yacht, and where you can sail from St. Maarten and reach these beautiful places, so you can get out on the water and explore so much of what St. Maarten has to offer off island. So welcome, Carla. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Gabriella. It's lovely to be here, and hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Carla, co-founder and head of guest happiness here at Renegades Luxury Catamaran Charters, sailing the beautiful turquoise waters here in St. Maarten, Anguilla, and St. Bart's. We're your premier all-inclusive private charter here and offering private day sails and overnight getaways aboard our beautiful catamaran Freedom. And as Gabby said, if you've been to this region in the Caribbean before, you'll know that the best way to explore the best that these islands have to offer, it's by sea. And there's no better way to do that than from the intimate comfort of your own private catamaran to explore beautiful beaches, snorkeling spots, and protected nature reserves, only accessible by boat. So I invite you to step into our turquoise world, discover where happiness thrives. This is what freedom at sea feels like.
I'm not afraid to live my dreams. I let go of the status quo to embrace the extraordinary. Because I'm on a voyage of rediscovery. To reclaim what matters most. Health and happiness. Love and connection. Purpose and passion. In this world, every moment matters, and the present moment is pure luxury. To find my vibe between adventure and chill, Paradise is my playground, and happy is my state of being. This is what freedom feels like. This is how I live. Because I'm a renegade at heart.
And at Renegades, we're all about creating amazing and memorable experiences on the water where our guests truly can relax, reconnect, and reclaim what matters most. And that's enjoying the present moment, being surrounded by nature's abundant beauty, and finding connection with one another. And we often hear from our guests that sailing with us ends up being the highlight of their time in St. Maarten or Anguilla. And that is really important to us. And they choose us when looking for a private experience aboard a luxury catamaran with delightful dining and drinks and a personalized itinerary tailored just for them. Freedom is our 42-foot power sailing catamaran that we had custom made to order, and with beautiful upgrades, including luxurious sprawling teak decks, outdoor dining table, multiple covered areas in the sun and shade. There's beanbag chairs up front on the trampoline, and even an upper deck meditation station too. It features 2 queen-sized guest cabins with air conditioning and ensuite bathrooms. And we're fully sustainable. We have solar panels, we're powered by wind, and a water desalination system to make it a really comfortable home away from home and a floating villa at sea for our guests to totally relax and unwind. So comfortably and spaciously accommodates up to 16 guests on our day charters and 4 guests overnight. Every one of our charters comes with all-inclusive dining and drinks, and we happily accommodate all dietary needs and preferences. So on our full-day charter, for example, our guests will enjoy a full breakfast, a grilled lunch prepared in the galley and on the grill, afternoon tapas, and of course, our premium bar, which is open all day and includes top-shelf spirits, beer, a selection of wines, Prosecco, soft drink juices, and of course, plenty of infused water to stay hydrated. We also offer champagne service too. On our overnight charters, we design the daily menu specific to each guest's tastes. And so we'll work really closely with our guests to design the right menu that's for them, which includes a daily breakfast and choice of 1 lunch or 1 dinner on shore. And on board, so that our guests have a chance to explore the diverse and vibrant culinary scene across all of the islands. Of course, one of our charters comes with our signature handcrafted cocktails and homemade cookies, and with heartfelt hospitality from our expert crew ready to cater to our guests' every need. The itinerary is totally customizable. So depending on what our guests want to do they want to sail around the islands or just kick back in a secluded cove and lay out on the lily pad and sample their way down our cocktail list? Well, we'll design the right day that's specific just for them. And there's so much to see and do, or just chill on board. All of our amenities come all-inclusive on the boat too. So we've got everything that our guests need to enjoy the sun, from beach towels to reef-safe sunscreen, snorkeling gear, paddleboard, a floating pad, and noodles. Everything's on board for them. And our packages run from a range of private day sails departing from both St. Maarten and Anguilla, and include a half-day charter, a full-day charter, and a sunset cruise, and our overnight charters too. So our day sails are great for groups up to 16 and are a perfect complement to any luxurious vacation stay here in St. Maarten and Anguilla. Great for family trips, friends, milestone celebrations, even small group incentives. So think of Freedom as a great space that we can customize specific to needs, and we can tailor make a package just for you. Our overnight charters are really a boutique retreat that transcend traditional cruising. This is an intimate specific just for 4 guests that we designed around our guest specific travel goals and preferences. So we work really closely with our guests to design the right trip just for them and itinerary. An amazing opportunity to island hop between St. Martin, Anguilla, and St. Bart's or beyond. And we'll work really closely to design the right itinerary for our guests. And so working with our travel partners, we offer customized and seamless booking. We can with your booking process, and we offer commissionable rates as well as a trade industry discount anytime you'd like to come sailing with us yourself. Booking is easy online at sailrenegades.com, where you'll find our live availability available to you 24/7, or reach out to us and we'll happily help you through that booking process. All you'll need to do is just include your contact details in the travel concierge if you're booking online, so we can attribute the booking to you. Over to you, Gabriella.
That was fantastic. And I would like to ask you a few questions because as I'm sitting here listening, and also because I've known you for a while here, what I have noticed is that people wonder how somebody creates an idea like this. Like, where did all of this start? If you can give us a little bit of your background. I mean, did you guys just wake up one day and say, I want to have the best the best boat in St. Martin and deliver the best experience? Or was this a process that happened over time?
The idea hit us like a lightning bolt, I'm telling you. So my husband and I, we have always been boaters. My husband, he's the captain and has grown up on the water all of his life. So always water has been a part of our life, and wherever we've lived, either we've lived beside water or wanted to be out on the water. So boating for many years always was our passion. But then, how can we turn our passion into our full-time jobs? Well, that's what we took a big giant leap, leaving, our careers and company behind in Canada. And, COVID was a time where it made all of us, I think, reflect on what matters most in our lives and were we being fulfilled with what we were currently doing? And the answer was no. What fulfilled us was, being able to connect with people, creating space where we could just have fun and allow, and create a space where our guests could do the same. So we had this idea, well, what if we were to create a catamaran charter business? And we had some family living in the island at the time, and together we created Renegades as a whole. And really, the idea behind it is to create a wonderful space in truly the most spectacular place, where not just we could connect with what matters most to us, but creating a space where our guests could also do the same, sort of let go of, that day-to-day rat race. That's what we wanted to let go of, and create something that's really special and fun here in St. Martin. So we love it.
It's clear, it comes through. And I love your title, Director of Guest Happiness. So what are some of the things that you notice about guests when they travel with you? Is it just, like you said, just the shedding the stress? Or, have you ever kind of seen anybody just totally be incredibly surprised about what they've discovered on the water?
I think that, sometimes there's lots of different options out there on the water. It just depends what our guests are looking for. And, they come to us when looking for, a private and personalized experience that they're not going to find everywhere. And I think what ends up, making them feel right at home when they come sailing with us, it's the vibe that we create aboard Freedom for them. So designed just for them. We really want to make our guests feel like the boat is theirs for the day. And so I think that's what they leave feeling like, oh, this is my home away from home here. And we have, a lot of repeat guests coming back for that very same reason, and to have that experience again with us. And that really is what makes us happy.
No, that's a great point, because St. Martin as a whole has a very, very high level of repeat guests that come back year over year or every 2 years. So that's amazing that they keep coming back to you. Talk to us a little bit more about the food. It looked delicious on the video, but tell us a little bit more about what guests can expect when they're on board.
Sure, and we're always being creative in the kitchen and tweaking our menus, and so what they can expect come on board for enjoying a morning sunshine breakfast that's complete with we do a frittata, smoked salmon with capers, warm croissants out of the oven, cheese and a tropical fruit platter. So a really lovely breakfast to start the day, and then we'll go to one or two stops in the morning to enjoy some swim and snorkeling, and then we're going to lure our guests out of the water with a lovely aroma of barbecued chicken. We do a Cajun spiced shrimp, Greek salad, and a loaded baked potato and warm baguette, and then always accompanied by our homemade chocolate cookies that we prepare fresh out of the oven, and that's a guest favorite for sure. So that's our standard day charter menu, and of course, we can support with vegan and gluten-free options as well.
That's amazing. That sounds absolutely delicious. And I know we've had some agents on board just to have a taste of your your journey, and they were very impressed. Now, one question I do have to ask, because this does come up too: you can control everything except for Mother Nature, so you're subject to the water and the conditions. So, what would happen if guests did have a booking and the weather made it not possible to sail? How flexible is everything?
Our guests' experience on board is of the utmost importance to us, and as is their safety. So we're always monitoring the daily sea conditions, and so we pay very close attention to the weather. Of course, we can't control if we're going to be blessed by a rain shower here and there, because the weather can change, from time to time in St. Martin, and so we will go rain or shine, but in terms of if we need to cancel, if sea conditions are unsafe and truly unfavorable for travel, then we'll cancel the charter, and our guests will receive a full refund or choice to sail on a day. Yeah, so we want to make sure that we have flexibility built in, and certainly our guest experience is the most important.
Okay, and then just talk to us a little bit more in depth, because I think some people are very surprised that they can stay overnight. So can you tell us a little bit more about the itinerary when they do an overnight charter?
Sure. We've got a multi-night charter coming up this week, actually, a family of 4 who's going to be sailing with us, and the itinerary includes us overnights in St. Martin, St. Bart's, and Anguilla. So they'll be staying with us for 4 nights. And so first, when our guests are interested in booking a multi-night charter with us, that's where then our process begins, where we really design everything specific to them. So we'll get on a call, understand, okay, what are your travel goals? What are you looking to achieve? What kind of a vacation do you want? And we're going to tailor the itinerary to them. And so they had never been to St. Martin before. So they're really interested in exploring all of the lovely spots around the whole island here. So we've got a couple of great anchorage spots that we're going to stay here in Simpson Bay, which is also in the heart of some island nightlife here. So they'll be able to tender to shore and go and explore a little bit in the evening. As well, one of the anchorages is Greece, known as the culinary capital of the Caribbean, where they're choosing to go and dine on shore for one evening's meal. Then our itinerary is going to take us over to St. Bart's, where we'll spend an evening anchored at Île Fourchue, which is a protected nature reserve. So an uninhabited island with only gorgeous marine life surrounding us. So it's a beautiful spot where you can stargaze at night. And on the day, we'll explore some of St. Bart's beautiful rocky cliffs and lovely nature reserves on or near that island as well. Then when we go to Anguilla, this is home of some of the most breathtaking beaches that we've ever, so award-winning beaches and anchorages in Anguilla. So a couple of spots we'll go to: Rendezvous Bay and Meads Bay, and of course Little Bay, which offers a beautiful cliffs to, if you're feeling adventuresome, to cliff dive. And so we'll see. And sometimes our guests even asked us, when did the turtles pop up, or when and where can we see the sea turtles? Well, we do our best. We can't control when and where they're going to be, but often we're surrounded by beautiful marine life.
I love it. And just a little bit to touch on finally about the ages on board. Who's the ideal guest, and do you accept children, and how does this all work? Who's the ideal guest, I guess, for the journey?
Freedom is a great, spacious and stable brand that's really ideal for all ages. So of course we're family friendly. Children age 6 and under always sail for free with us. And typically our guests are, ages, 30 to 60, but all ages are welcome and can find great experience aboard our boat.
Well, Carla, this is great. How can people find you if they want to book, or if they want to, drool over all of your social media pictures? Where do they find you, and how do they book?
Yep, you can check to us in multiple channels. We're there on social, on Facebook and Instagram at Sail Renegades SXM, and on sailrenegades.com. This is where you can search for all of our sailing packages within St. Martin, Anguilla, and our overnight charters too. And it's easy to book online. It's straightforward. Our live availability is there 24/7, and you can book and pay for your package directly online. And after the booking process, you're going to receive a lot of communication from me in advance. So you're going to feel really well taken care of from at the time of booking to the time of your sail. So we're here to support you. And if there's also a custom package that we can help design for you, we have that flexibility to do that. This is a private charter and experience that we're going to tailor make to each of our guests.
Phenomenal. Well, Carla from Renegades, thank you so much for being here. It was wonderful to not only learn more, but to see more, just incredible visuals of how this all works. So I encourage everybody to take a look at this when you're coming down to St. Martin. Please spend some time on this wonderful product. I have no doubt that it will change your perspective on the destination. So thanks for being here, and thank you all for taking some time to learn more about Renegades and to spend some time with us here at True Marketing. We'll see you on the next live webinar.
Thanks, Gabrielle. To see you all aboard soon.
Welcome to my St. Martin, sweet St. Martin land, a land of gastronomical delight, a culture filled with passion and rhythm and color and texture. This is St. Martin, my sweet St. Martin. Welcome to the friendly island, sweet St. Martin land.
Sweet St. Martin land, your home away from home. Your memories created here are timeless. Until we meet again, my island awaits you with open arms.